So you are judging me for being judgmental? Doesn't that make you judgmental? Guess we are all judgmental then, isn't it? Let's be okay with it. So you are judging me for being judgmental? Doesn't that make you judgmental? Guess we are all judgmental then, isn't it? Let's be okay with it. Toastmaster Deepika, all the best.
Melodious music, millions of reasons to dance, maroon-colored henna, and mouth-watering food. What am I talking about? Any guesses? Can we quickly have those guesses in the chat? Yes, you guessed it right. The big fat Indian wedding. The wedding season in India comes twice every year, and each time it's even more exciting than before. It's flamboyant. In fact, it's like a fairy tale. And just like every fairy tale, this mega event too has a villain. In fact, villains, the uncles and aunties. You know, the people who don't have any blood relation to you, but have a right to judge you and to point out your shortcomings. And you have to be nice to them because they're your relatives. And your parents would kill you if you don't. A very warm good evening to all the married, unmarried, and soon-to-be married members of today's meeting. Last year at my cousin's wedding, I met one such auntie. She came up to me, scanned me from head to toe, satisfied with my Indian attire, gave me a big smile, and began her enquiries. She goes like, "Hi beta, how are you? I heard you're in Bangalore these days." Now, by the time I could even reply with a nod, she continued, "Did you know that Usha auntie's daughter married outside community? I bet it's because of all the short dresses she wore and all the guys she hung out with." Speaking of marriage, when are you getting married? The sooner the better, beta. With that, she gave me one final cruel smile and stormed off towards the desert storm. Friends, raise your hand if you have ever met such judgmental relatives. I see some hands. Now keep your hands raised if you have ever been one of those judgmental relatives. I see a few and some hesitatingly have dropped it. All right. Everywhere and every time we meet people who form opinions about us without even knowing us or even trying to get to know us. We call these people judgmental. The people we despise, the people we want to run away from, and the people who would never leave us alone. But what if I tell you that being judgmental is actually a good thing? What if I tell you that it's actually okay to live in a world filled with 7 billion pairs of judgmental eyes? Now, hold on. Before you start judging me for saying such a preposterous thing, just hear me out. I have 3 simple points to change your opinion. First and foremost, acceptance. Many a times it happens that we're afraid to do something because log kya kahenge? Or what will people say? But what if we just accepted that no matter what we do, we are going to be judged? What if we accepted that just like we have these log in our lives, similarly, we are the log in someone else's life? Once we accept this and are okay with being judged and judging others, there's no fear really. We are free to do as our heart pleases. We are even free to do that dance with everyone watching. Wouldn't that be a great word? Secondly, negative judgment is not necessarily a negative thing. Remember the time when your parents told you, don't talk to strangers? Now imagine if we had believed that, would you and I be interacting as freely as we are right now? Not really, right? We spoke, we judged, we spoke some more, and we judged a little more. Believe it or not, we all are members of HSR Toastmasters because we judged it to be a good club. Tomorrow in the club elections, we are going to vote for the president that we judged as the best one. And in a little while, my evaluator is going to shout praises at me because he will judge me to be a good speaker. And finally, the third point. Well, I have presented two super convincing arguments in front of you, so I chose not to write the third one. Now, you would all judge me for not following the rule of three, and I hope I'm okay with it, okay with your judgment, and I hope you are okay with judging me too. Toastmasters, all I'm saying is that judgment should not be associated with a criminal act or a grave sin. Being judgmental is okay as long as we are open-minded. So judge all you want, but make sure that you're not stuck up and are not stubborn about your opinions. Be ready to change your opinions when the time arises. And also, it's important to know that your judgments are not universal truths, and we should be very cautious while spreading them across. So, the next time when I meet this auntie at another wedding, I'm going to smile even more than she did last time. I will listen to all her judgments about the world, and I will judge her back. So finally, how many of you are now okay to be judgmental? Can we have a show of hands? Yes, I see some hands right there. Someone take a picture because we've got the judges for the next ISC. Back to you, Judge Master of the Day.